Hello and welcome everybody to the first episode of my new Football Manager 2016 series. My name is Don Horatio. I have been streaming this game for about a week, but figured I'd play more than one save, basically, because I've been playing Everton in that, and I decided I wanted a different challenge for a YouTube series. So we will be playing as Southampton, and you may think, why Southampton? They're a established Premier League team. They're already in a good spot, already into the Europa League, or potentially into the Europa League. They already have a decent structure. Why have you taken this team? Well, I like Southampton a lot. I really enjoy the players on it, but I thought I'd give myself a bit more of a challenge and give myself some stipulations. Basically, one major one. And basically, because Southampton is known for its youth academy, players like Ward-Prowse recently, Harrison Reed coming up as well. You got Matthew Targett, you've got Seeger up front. You got a bunch of quality youngsters coming in up through the ranks at Southampton. So I thought it'd be cool if I could only sign players who are 21 or younger. So if I wanted to sign Lukaku, I couldn't, even though he's young. He's not young enough. That's not an available thing. Someone's 22 years old, not available. So it's been 21 and under. And we find ourselves on the dawn of the Europa League campaign. We're about to take on Brøndby in the first game of the two-legged tie between us and the Danish side, if I remember correctly. Yes, that'd be pretty silly if they weren't. But we should be projected to win, and since it is a fair way into the preseason, I have made quite a few signings already, and I'm pretty much done with my business after this move that you see here on the screen, Davy Ruff. But we'll just go through the transfer history. So as far as people going out, basically sold some older players, and I sold Gaston Ramirez. Ramirez, I probably could have kept him, but he was on fairly large wages, and I decided to bring in someone else on the right wing as a backup, and I was not playing a central attacking midfielder in my main tactics, so he has been moved on. Shane Long is left as well. It's not a great recoupment, but he's an older player as well, 28 years old, not that old, but just doesn't really cut it for me. He's pace and not a whole lot else. He works very, very hard, but I don't want a defensive forward or anything like that, so he has found himself leaving the club. And last but not least, Graziano Pella for only $5 million to Benfica, and I believe we signed him for, a bigger chunk than that last season, but I did not want a big lumbering target man. I wanted some more nimble players up front, and he's a 30 or 31-year-old, so I decided to move him on as well. A few youngsters going out on loan. All four of these guys, Seeger, Reed, Hesketh, and McCarthy, are quite promising, but I brought in some different guys, and they weren't going to play a whole lot this season. I'd rather see them go off and get some first-team football, a lot of them at that League One or Championship level, depending on which players it is. So, as far as who we've brought in, we'll start lowest to highest. Angenda has come in on loan. I have a lot of strikers now, or a lot of people who could potentially play up front. It's a bit of a platoon at this point in time, and Angenda is just a guy. I brought him in on loan. I'm only paying half of his wages. I'm paying let's see, what is the actual number? I'm paying less than 3K a week, which is not a huge amount, and I've secured a future fee of $6 million. If he plays well, I can go for that, and he's a young player with some potential, and it gives me some depth in the attacking positions. Why does that keep on doing itself? Davy Ruff, like I mentioned, literally just came in. Wanted a younger keeper. Was able to get him for a fairly low fee, just £2 million from Anderlecht, and he should improve and be a decent backup, and especially considering that Forster is out injured, having someone else with potential to get better as opposed to Gazzaniga could be good. Jorge Mere, which is a new name to me in this game. He's a fairly short center back at 5'10", but he's already got a pretty darn good stats for an 18-year-old, and that's nice to see. His determination is not too high, so I'll have to get him tutored under Jose Font, potentially. But his potential ability is quite high. He already has 2-star current ability, and he is 18 years old. So I thought getting him for a cool $3 million was a pretty darn good deal. God, I wish I didn't have to redo that every time. Next guy, Pione Sisto. His current ability 3 stars. This guy was very good for me last year at Southampton as well. 20-year-old Dane. No national caps yet, but you'd have to imagine that will come soon, considering just how good he is already. Has the potential to improve. I got him for a cool $6 million. The wages were actually pretty darn high, which is the one issue here. 40K a week is probably one of the highest wages at my club, behind the likes of Tadic and maybe Jordy Classy or something. I'll have to take a look at the contracts in a second, but yeah, it's a bit of a high price to pay wage-wise. But moving on, Zach Clough, forward from Bolton, and he's already a 2-star current ability, and he's a fairly well-rounded guy and can play in a lot of roles up front. It says false nine is currently his best, and I guess that's partly due to some of his positioning, but like, he has stats where you want them. I've been looking at doing deep-lying forward attacks, so we'll take a look at this. I mean, other than strength, he's just a very well-rounded striker, and we can turn him into whatever we want, and he's English as well. Why does someone want him? Hull want him? I guess they want him on loan, but that likely won't be happening. I'll consider it, but I paid $7.5 million for him. The intent is to play these young players. And last but not least, Lewis Cook, 18-year-older from Leeds United, already 2.5-star current ability with the potential to be a lot better. He has high determination as well. He's got flair. He's already got great teamwork, good vision, good passing. He's just a very well-rounded player, and as you can see, he can play a more of defensive-minded role if we want him to. He has 14 tackling, but he also has great passing, good vision, good first touch. He's just you can make this guy do anything you want in midfield, and I will be looking to do exactly that. So partnering him with Ward-Prowse in the long run seems like a pretty awesome idea to me. So, speaking of Ward-Prowse and everybody, let's take a look at the team here. We actually are in team selection for the Brøndby game, so we'll go ahead and sort that out really quick. Cedric back in, Van Dijk back in. We're going to play the first team in this game entirely. Let's see. I do want to do this before I forget, so let's ask him to tutor. Was it Mare? Yeah. That should be a nice partnership back there. Targets in, get Wanyama back in the mix. I do kind of want to play my newer signings if at all possible. WordPress will come in here. Switch these, oh, not like that. Switch these two around. Who else? Roof's unregistered for the Europa League, unfortunately, at this point in time. Not a whole lot we can do about that. 1, 2. A lot of strikers injured, which is annoying. In fact, I like out of strikers. Well, that's awkward. No, Ongenda's here, never mind. No, he's injured too. They're all injured. Not for too long. Ongenda just has a bruised shin. Wanami's out for a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, he had a very good preseason. I guess we need a defender. Oh, goodness. Martina will be on the bench because he's a versatile guy. He can play either left or right back. Sisto will start instead of Mane today. Tadic instead of Rodriguez. Rodriguez can play striker, so he'll be my striker substitution. And last but not least, I guess Classy's going to have to come in. And that looks like a fairly... We don't have a ton of attacking options, but that's not a whole lot we can really do about that at this point in time. So we'll play him as a deep-lying forward attack. And this is the tactic. Still being changed around a bit. I've got it on attacking, but I think I'm actually going to change it to standard because I've had more success with that just in general. And we'll just do it like this. And it's not really a counterattack per se, but it's sitting back, and counter is really strong this year, and I don't want to fall victim to it with an attacking formation, but I do want to attack with a high tempo. So we'll try this. We'll even close down more, I think, and give that a try. I'm still fiddling with it, but I think the rolls are pretty darn good. This is very similar to my Everton tactic that I'm using in my stream save, but a few tweaks and a bit more personal tinkering so far on these players. So is that everyone I want to play? I think I'm featuring all my new signings except for Mare, but I'm going to... Maybe I could give him a start instead of Van Dijk. No, I need to play Van Dijk, and I need to win this game and get off to a good start. So, yeah, this is the team. Some guys to really, I guess, look out for. So Sisto's in on the right, but Dusan Tadic, one of my favorite players, just well-rounded as a winger on the left, good leadership, good teamwork. He's got good passing, vision. He really fits into my pass-it-around style of offense. I play him a bit narrower so that he can play around with Cook and link up with Clough a bit easier. So it's nice to see him in there. Other big signings. Van Dijk's interesting because I bought him a lot for Southampton last year. And now he's here already, which is nice to see. Other guys worth noticing? Not really. Got some injury problems, obviously. Yoshida's out for a very long time, 4 to 5 months. Forster's out for the rest of the season, essentially. Bertrand should be back in 3 weeks to 2 months, which is not too bad. Juanmi out for 4 weeks, like I said, and Onjenda will be back soon. So the injuries aren't quite as bad as they look, but they're not great. But hopefully we should be able to deal with Brøndby quite easily anyway. Okay, let's submit the team and get into this game. So yeah, hopefully, well, they're playing a very narrow formation up front. I guess we try and take advantage of that by playing wide. I'm not really sure how to approach this, actually. I guess we mark the striker. It's a very interesting formation. Hopefully we can clutter that midfield area. Go get a good result in the first leg. No one's buying into it. That's fine. Yeah, let's get him. So yeah, this is the first competitive game of the season. We have played some friendlies, and they went fairly well. Nothing real too shocking in and around there, but this is where it all starts. We want to really get into Europa League. We very badly want to get into Europa League. In fact, I've said that we're going to. Ward-Prowse wins the ball, I think. Yes, he does. Keeps it in. Plays it, just lumps it down the field. I don't know what that's about. But only gets as far as Cook. Clough now. Can he link up? Throws the ball over the top. It does not find his teammate. Target wins it back nicely, though. Finds Tadic. Back into Target, maybe. No, just over the top again. What are these over-the-top plays? What are they doing? Wanyama wins it back once again. It's just a ridiculous highlight. I don't know who's going to get on the end of this one. Okay, Clough makes a nice little run towards the corner to grab that. Plays a nice ball over the top to Ward-Prowse. Sisto's in place but can't finish. There's a good little first-time pass from Ward-Prowse, but he cannot find the back of the net. Pione Sisto. Alright, Cedric now. Throw into Sisto. Ward-Prowse lumps a ball past to Clough. Clough, can he play it back? And yes, he can. Find Sisto nicely. Sisto, can he finish this time? Yes, he can. And that's that deep-lying forward play. Makes a nice little run to the corner. Sisto makes a great run inside. Clough plays him in nicely, and it's a goal for us. And Clough, young player, going to have to really ask a lot of him this season, or especially at the start until Juanmi is back, because we really don't have a ton of striking options right now. Selling Pele might be a bit of a risk, but he wasn't really a fit. Like, he wouldn't make that run very well, Pele, so it's good to see Clough doing what I brought him in to do. And we are dominating the shot count, maybe not the possessions so much right now, but we're playing decent defense. Cook now on the ball, played into the middle here. Yep, finds Ward-Prowse nicely. We're in a fair amount of space now. Clough can maybe play to the right-hand side, and he does find Sisto. Will there be an overlapping run from Cedric? No, Sisto just plays it into the area. Schwartz collects, and can they counterattack? Ball over the top to Pucky, and, I mean, thank God he didn't finish that right, because Virgil kind of whiffed on that one. He really did. Well, it looks like we'll make it to halftime up 1-0. And, well, let's see more of the same. No changes yet, no real need to do anything. Things are going well. Tell them I'm happy with the midfield. They've bought into it. I will say that the defense can improve. They agree. And I will say the strikers can improve. And they're fine. So let's get into the second half. Don't need to really change a whole lot. Could go counter, maybe. But I like how things are going so far, and I'll just let it go. Sisto, can he beat his man? No, he can't, is the quick answer. Oh, man. Well, if we can get off to a nice start in this first leg, that will be very nice to see. Norgard, though, into Austin. Can Austin play a ball into the box? Nice to Norgard, into Schwartz. Stecklenburg makes a good save. Going to be asking the Loney Stecklenburg to do good work this season with Forster out for the duration of the season, but Stecklenburg is a good goalie, so I wouldn't expect any less of him if I'm going to be perfectly honest. But yeah, getting a good start in this away leg would be nice. We will go counter. Let's see what changes we can make. Cook is tired. Tadic is tired. I guess we'll bring J. Rodriguez on to the left-hand side for Dusan. And Cook, I'm going to leave on for a little bit longer. And then probably make a tactical change and bring back another defensive midfielder maybe. Or bring in Oriol Romeu or someone along those lines to play a bit more defensively. Wanyama's gotten a yellow as well, so that's something to look out for. Won't want him suspended for the next leg. In fact, with that in mind, I kind of want to take him off, even though Cook is the tired one. But I'm going to bring Romeo into the deeper part of midfield. And we'll hold on to our last sub just for a little bit longer. Alright, let's see if we can get another goal here. Another goal would pretty much, I wouldn't say it would seal the tie for us because I don't want to go that far. But, oh, nice little head on there. Sisto now, can he play ball? No, just beats his man. Or Romeo on the ball now, and he finishes. Not the most likely of goal scorers, but I will take that every day of the week. Man, what a name that was. Sisto beats his man. Tackle from behind looked a bit questionable, but Romeo, casual finish. Goalkeeper should probably do better, but I'm not going to complain. Alright, we're going to bring in a midfielder here. Cook is very tired, so I'm going to bring in Steven Davis for him. No, I'm going to bring Davis in for Ward-Prowse, actually. Because I think that's, I don't know, it doesn't really matter which one I do, honestly. Now Cook will go like get exploded or something. But Steven Davis, a bit of a calming veteran presence in midfield. I should have brought on Classy, but I guess I didn't do that. Steven Davis now into Sisto. He finds a finish as well. The goalkeeper probably should have done better once again, but Sisto's had a good game. 2 goals for him, and I think he may have earned the assist on the second, but I'm not 100% sure about that. It's a good ball from Davis. Sisto just gets behind his man. First time finish, and the goalkeeper makes a complete mirror of it. Goalkeepers, even after the full game release, still a bit questionable at times, I would say. But yeah, it's a nice confident win for our first competitive fixture of the year. And I will be passionate about it. Very nicely done. So yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Lots of debuts. How many? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 6 debuts in one match. So Sisto, already a very good signing, it seems. Going to be contending with Mane for starts down the line, which will be very interesting. There's also the potential of playing Mane up top and Sisto on the right-hand side, so we've got options. We've got options. We certainly do. And, well, that will be it for this first video. I guess we can take a look at the schedule list to see who we've got up. So we got a friendly against Trabzonspor in a couple of days, and then Brøndby in about a week. Considering canceling this friendly, but I could just play second-string players for the most part and get by, I think, but it is also on TV. I'm getting a cool £20,000 for that, so should probably play that friendly out. And then we have the second leg against Brøndby. We'll be at home. But then after that, Everton, not too far away. So we'll have to see. I might put out more of a second-string team for this game, honestly. But I'm tempted to cancel this friendly. Yeah, I really wanted the depth to play with that, actually. I'm just going to cancel that friendly. So we've got Brøndby in a week and then the Everton game. So Everton will be on TV as well, and that will be the first game I bring you after this video. So the second video will feature the Everton game at Goodison Park. But if you came here from my stream, thank you very much for watching. If you have not seen my stream before, please do tune in over at twitch.tv/DonHoratio. I play mostly my Everton save, oddly enough. On that, I might start mixing it up a bit as well and maybe do a lower league campaign at some point, but right now I'm rocking Everton about halfway through the first season, hanging right around that 5th or 6th place. It's a fun time. It's a bit of a different style of video because you just kind of keep playing and you don't have to really focus on making 20 minutes of quality and just sit there mumbling around for a while, so I do enjoy that as well. But that is seriously going to be it for me. Thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.